Jerry Jones is right. The penalties were a problem. 14 flags thrown on the Cowboys is the most in a playoff game since 1940. It cost them nearly an entire football field's worth of field position. So, plenty of finger pointing going around. Let's talk to our NFL insider, Jason La Canfora, who joins us now. As I mentioned, a lot of finger pointing going on, especially from the Dallas fan base after that loss. And most of those fingers pointing at Mike McCarthy. Could a change be made here? And if so, is the future of that team already on the Dallas staff?
Jerry Jones didn't want to go there yesterday, but I can tell you this. Jerry Jones, most years, thinks his team's much better than it actually is. And this year, people close to him, talking to him through November, December, even when the offense went through its slump, he thought he had a Super Bowl team. They didn't come anywhere close to the Super Bowl, and lack of discipline, game management, clock management were all major factors in that game. They've been major factors through a lot of Mike McCarthy's tenure. So, yes, I expect Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and his inner core to talk over the next 24 hours about how we got here, why we fell short, and who is to blame, and what can be fixed, and what are we okay living with, and what aren't we. And Jerry's looking around, and 25% of the league is looking for a new head coach right now, and there's a feeding frenzy, and his two coordinators are right in the middle of it. And each are going to have 3 to 4 interviews this week, assuming they take everything that's available to them. And he's going to lose Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is going to be an NFL head coach. I strongly expect it to be in Denver, but regardless, he's going to have probably multiple teams offer him the job if he goes through his entire hiring interview cycle. And Kellen Moore, who, I think the Kellen Moore hype is out of control, but part of the reason the hype's out of control is because Jerry Jones has viewed him as a head coach in waiting for quite some time and looks at him as a critical part of that organization. And when Mike McCarthy got there, he was told, hey, part of you taking this job is Kellen Moore's going to run your offense. And now the Jags already interviewed him, and there's 3 other teams that want to talk to him this week. And regardless of whatever we may think of his performance this year in the second half and in that game, he's kind of seen as Jason Garrett to Jerry Jones, which might not sound like a compliment to you or I, but is, because he once made Jason Garrett the highest paid coordinator in the game to keep him for another year, to then eventually make him the head coach. So there's going to be a lot of internal discussion. And am I 100% convinced that Mike McCarthy is the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys a week from now? I'm not.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.